when I graduated from high school, I noticed a big change with me. At that time, I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't know exactly why my thoughts, my mind, the way of thinking started to change, but I just noticed right after high school that's where it happened for me. And I'll say, when going through this transition, it does require a lot of sacrifice. And I'll just be completely honest with you. I noticed that when I began to become serious with Christ, and I just want to rewind a little bit back, I had really got serious with, people, my surroundings, people who I were hanging with, people who I hung with after school, people that I talked to. Those type of things began to change for me. And I believe that when you are on a spiritual journey with God, there are going to be some sacrifices that you have to make, and that is being the company that you keep. There are certain places you can't go, and you have to realize that this is not to make you lonely. This is not to think that you're better than anyone, but it's simply to strengthen you in your walk. Because as I realized when I started hanging around people that I knew that I shouldn't have been hanging around with, eventually God took those people out of my circle, if you understand what I mean. So sometimes when you don't do it yourself, He will then do it. He will place the right people in your circle, and you'll begin to see changes within yourself. And that's exactly what happened to me. And one thing I will say to someone who may be in a similar situation as to this, you may even feel like your friends say that you're changing. Why all of a sudden that you're changing, or you don't want to be around me? If you have anyone that's in your circle and you express to them that you want to do something different, you want to do something more positive in your life, you want to do whatever it is God has ordained you to do, and they're not on board with it, you need to really evaluate who is in your circle. Because anyone who loves you and support what you're doing in your life and in every positive aspect that you're trying to change, they should be right on board with you. And if they're not, then that may be a friendship or even a relationship that you need to reconsider. Because someone that really loves you and value you, they're going to push you forward towards that goal. They're going to motivate you like, yeah, I think you should do it. So if you are in a situation like that, and you know that God is pulling on you, and some of us may say, something in my spirit, that's something in your spirit is the Holy Spirit. So if you're going through a type of transition and you feel like, man, I just keep feeling like something keep telling me to do this or something keep telling me to do that, and it's a good feeling, that's the Holy Spirit talking to you. So don't get discouraged about what your friends may think, what people that you hang around or talk to may think, because it's going to require some sacrifices, and it does hurt. I will be honest, I witnessed some hurt during this transition, because I'm like, well, God, why can't I hang around this person anymore? Why can't I talk to this person anymore? And it's not like you doing it in a mean way as to where I'm like, oh, I'm not telling you to call that person up and say, hey, the Lord said I can't hang with you. Look, if the Lord tell you to do that, okay, then go ahead and do it. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying simply that there may be cases where God has you in a place of a season where He's like, I need you to be away from this person. I need you not to go to these places, because where He has you going, it's not going to be found in a club. It's not going to be found in a bar. It's not going to be found in smoking weed. It's not going to be found in drinking alcohol. And that's what I had to realize. I remember this one time, and sorry, Mom and Dad, but I'm being very transparent right now. I was in high school, and I was around a group of people, and we were smoking. Yes, we were smoking. And immediately, and I tell this to my close friends all the time about this example, I was smoking, and all of a sudden, like, I was crying. I mean, you would have thought somebody really just hurt me. I was bawling. After that day, I never, ever thought about smoking. I lost the desire right away. I did not do it anymore because it was like, it was the Holy Spirit convicting me. You know, this is not something that you should be doing. You know that you have people that's looking up to you. You know that you are an example. And that's exactly those thoughts just start coming to my mind. I mean, in the midst of smoking. So I'm saying that when I say this story, I'm saying that even when you're in your mess, when you in your mess, you could be doing something you know you don't have some business doing it, and you immediately feel the Holy Spirit telling you to turn away, or you're like, dang, why do I feel guilty? That's the Holy Spirit, because you know that's not something that you should be doing. You know that's not God's will for you. I couldn't be on the radio right now today if I was in the places and mindsets that I was back then, because how would I be able to reach God's people? But it just goes to show you that God will have you do a self-evaluation on yourself and tell you exactly what you need to work on, tell you exactly where he has you. He'll give you a glimpse of your future, and that motivates you. You say, okay, God, he'll give you ideas. I'll be very transparent on this too. Even with the radio show that I have now, the 1 in a Million show, God gave me that. 1 in a Million started in 2013. 2013, I had made a Facebook page called the 1 in a Million. And God gave me that. He said, this is going to be an outlet for you to reach people that was in places like you who think they can't get out of it. And I thought about it, but that day he gave it to me, I made the Facebook page, and it went on from there. Here we are now, 2019, elevated to radio. So that just goes to show you that when you do strengthen your relationship with God, he will show you things of your future. He will equip you for it, and you're going to have to maneuver through certain things and situations. And one of the things that I experienced with going through this journey is I got tired of running. I got tired of running from God. I got tired of, it's similar to when we were little, we played tag. And the person they running after you, and after so long, you get tired, and you're like, okay, I give up. Like, that's how I felt. I'm like, God, I surrender to you. I surrender, because everything that I was trying to do in my life at that time, it was not working for me. I see myself going in a circle. And this is not to say that I was just some horrible person, because I wasn't. But there are some things that I knew that I shouldn't have been doing. There were some things that I knew that were not in alignment of God. And when you get to that point to where you totally want to surrender, and you totally want God more than just as bad as you want to breathe, when you get to that type of elevation in God, everything else do not matter. Everything else will start falling in place. I can promise you that. Soon as I surrendered to God, soon as I surrendered to God, I just seen so many things happening in my life. Different jobs. I have had the privilege at a young age working in banks, just different scenarios in my life that I can testify that God has just truly been in the midst, knowing that I couldn't have done any of the things that I have done on my own. It has only been by God's grace. And I just want people to understand that if you are in a situation to where you just feel like indecisive of, I don't know if I should follow Christ. I want to do it, but I still want to have fun with my friends. I'm going to tell you this, and I tell this to every person that I talk to that struggle with this particular situation. I always say this. What the world can offer you is nothing compared to what God can offer you. I say that all the time, and the reason I say that is because we think about, they're going to think that I'm better than them. They're going to think that I'm being uppity. It's not about being uppity. It's not about being better than anybody. This is about your life. This is about your life. God has great things destined for us all. But we will never get there if we continue to do things on our own. You're going to continue to find yourself going in a circle. You're going to continue to question, oh God, why can't I get this? Why can't I do that? Why can't I be this? Because you're not letting him have his way with your life. You have to let God have his way in your life, because if you don't, it's going to be the same result every single time. It's like insanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You're not going to get a different result. Now, I just thank God for being able to have an obedient heart towards him, because when I think about if I wouldn't have listened to him, where would I be now? If I didn't change the friends that I was around, how would I be now? If I didn't choose to live by his word, what type of example would I be to my brothers and my sister? What type of how would I represent my family? You know what I mean? So it goes far beyond just changing who you are, but you're connected to other people. You're a branch to other people. And when you start changing, you'll be surprised how that'll affect your family and people that's attached to you, people at work. You will walk in and people will say, it's something about you. I don't know what it is, but it's something about you. And you will know that it's God. So I just want to encourage anybody that's out there. If you're struggling with this, I'm going to say two things. Pray and ask God to help you understand the sacrifice of Christ and believe he died for you. Number two, I want you to experience Christ for yourself, because we have a lot of false doctrine out there. So read the Bible for yourself. Read the Bible for yourself so you can feel the Holy Spirit. And I promise you, your life will never be the same. I also just want you all to listen to this album, this song by Jacqueline Carr. It's off her album, the Life Project, and it's called The Curse Breaker. Now really listen to the lyrics, because she's breaking down all type of things that's holding you back, friends, depression, oppression. So please just listen to this, and I promise it will bless you. So thank you all so much. God bless you all. I pray that you enjoyed today's first day of the One in a Million show. And you have a wonderful rest of your week. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.